Thank you. Wow. I think I love you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Wow, I'm so humbled, guys. Oh my goodness. Thank you. Thank you so much. Wow. Wow. Hey. Woo, thank you. Thank you, guys. Happy New Year. Is it a Happy New Year? I think we took the longest holiday, like everybody, everybody wamesharudi kazi, kila mtu amesharudi kazi. But we are back, guys. This is the Ratchet Show, episode 10. This is the first episode of 2023. How do you feel about that, man? Thank you so much. You guys are so good. Thank you guys for the love. You've shown us beautiful love over the holidays. And of course, we are now back. We are back to bring you one of the most talked about shows. This is the Ratchet Show. Remember, my name is Derek Ratchet. You can follow us, that is Funny Ratchet King, on all the platforms. That is on YouTube, just subscribe, Funny Ratchet King, and of course on our Facebook page, Funny Ratchet King. Remember, we have a lot of stories. We've tried to pick one of the best stories kama kawaida, and of course this is the Ratchet Show, where we say comedy, where politics meets comedy. Without wasting your time, guys, let's start this show, the Ratchet Show, episode 10. And of course, thank you so much. Happy New Year. Let's start with our first story. On to our first story, guys. Let's talk about Raila winning the elections. Yeah, those are not my words. Those are the words of Jubilee Secretary General, that is Honorable Kioni.
What has been verified so far shows that Raila won the elections with 8,170,355 votes, representing 57.53% of the votes cast by that when that verification was done. Ruto got 5,915,973 votes, representing 41.66% of the votes. Those results are far from the results that were announced by IEBC.
He came out last week, and of course claimed that there is a whistleblower who came out and said that Raila had won the elections with 57% and Ruto with 41%. So let me break it down to you. So what is happening is that Secretary General of Jubilee, Kioni, is saying that there is a whistleblower mwenye alikuja akaambia kina Raila na watu wa Azimio, kujeni, nyinyi ndo mulishinda, nyinyi ni washindi. So the whistleblower claims that somehow kulikuwa na ile changing of election of votes and whatever, and there was an interference of with the 2022 election, that is the 8th the 8th August, the elections that happened last year, that is the general elections. Now wanasema ya kwamba the whistleblower claims that Raila alishinda pale na 57%, whereas Ruto won with 41, or rather Ruto was second with 41%. So the question is, of course, Raila is not yet, when this information was being ilikuwa inaambiwa, it was told to the public in a press conference, Raila was not in the country, and he said to come back next week, na atakuwa pale na Kamukunji, kutakuwa na meeting tena, what they call the Kamukunji Baraza. So it is said like that, and of course Ruto again has already come out and said that, and I will quote him here, say that no one will intimidate Kenya, and Ruto says that nothing will take back Kenya, and no few individuals cannot threaten or hijack Kenya for them to benefit. I think I've paraphrased it, but that is what is happening. So it is said ya kwamba Raila alishinda. That's the whistleblower. na whistleblower amekuja sahi. The question is, ulikuwa wapi siku ya Supreme Court? Ulikuwa wapi? We really need to do that. Tulikuwa tunakuhitaji hiyo masaa ya Supreme Court. Sasa hata like we are talking about 5 months. 5 months. 5 months unakuja unatuambia tulishinda. Wewe unatufanyia 5 months. 5 months. Wewe alishapishwa. Wewe unakuja hapa tu whistleblower. Umeacha kucheza na watu bwana. Acha kucheza na sisi wajinga bwana. Sisi tu wajinga. So of course 5 months later ndio huyu whistleblower anakuja na anasema ya kwamba kura ziliibiwa na ndiye anatoa. So we don't know what will happen. Of course we are very tunagoja tuone what next for Azimio, what will happen, because Ruto amesema naye hataki mchezo. Anyway, remember this is the Ratchet Show. We are not on any side. Sisi tunakuja tu kukupa story moto wenye zinatoka. And of course remember you can comment down pale chini kwenye comment section. Tell us what you think Azimio, what next for Azimio, what next for Azimio la Umoja. Na hata whistleblower akitoka sahi, is there kuna nguvu italete? Is there any change? Anyway, let me know in the comment section. Let us get to the next story, the second story of 2023. Let's do this, guys. Okay, let's talk about our second story. So, when the Ratchet Show was still on holiday, Ruto visited Nyanza region, and alienda pale upande wa Homa Bay, akaenda Siaya. Now, of course, a lot of goodies. They were promised markets to be built. In fact, walisema pia kutakuwa na what they say there will be kutakuwa na kampuni zitafufuliwa and stuff like that. So Ruto was in Nyanza I think 2 weeks ago, and ali promise watu goodies. Funny thing about being in Nyanza ya kwamba some political analysts wanakaa chini wanasema what Ruto is doing, he's fetching votes. He's trying to look for new votes. And if you ask me as a political analyst, I think that at this time, he really knows that Nyanza is a stronghold for Raila Odinga. So he is literally going to get the votes. Even the political analysts wanasema. So they are like, okay, ni kama Ruto anatafuta kukura. But the question is not even making sense. We have like less than 5 years to election. Lakini kuna watu wanasema ati ameanza ati anatafuta votes. But of course Ruto walisema ya kwamba yeye anafanyia kila mtu kazi. The whole of Kenya. He is the president for Kenya, not a president for few people. So atatembea kila mahali. Funny thing, as governor, what's the name? Governor of CIS? Orengo, yeah, thank you so much. Senior Counsel Orengo also during that visit aliambia Ruto ya kwamba kwa nini usifanye hivi, usifanye handshake, but it's
I urge you that we should come together on the table of brotherhood to move together as a nation so that we don't divide our people.
Kwa nini usifanye hivi, usifanye handshake, but isitoke kama handshake, itoke tu kama mabro, yani mabeshte, mabro. But of course Ruto hakusikiza, alikuwa zile za bro, si mimi nitakutext. So Ruto did not comment about that. And of course that is what is happening pale kwenye politics. Remember, as I usually say, this is why we try to just merge comedy and politics. So guys, let us get on to our next story. And guys, let's talk about our next story. Let's talk about the KCSE shocker. Ni shocker mara mbili. Kupigwa shocker, watu wa shocker. Oh, how do you say that? Oh, sa poleni. Saki vita na mtu. Grade, sila kitu ya maana ni ulikalia mtihani hello. Anyway, let's talk about the KCSE shocker. So of course last week the Minister of Education, that is Minister of Education. His name is Ezekiel. I don't know the second name. Mtanisaidia hapo. So the Minister of Education went ahead and, of course, announced the KCSE results. These were for 2022. No, yeah, 2022 KCSE results. Unajua hii mambo ya COVID venye ilikuja ilituchanganya. So anyway, funny thing about the KCSE, watu wamepita, by the way. I think the first person alikuwa na A stand of 83 points or something, I don't know. But the shocker is here. The shocker is here. 59% of students scored D plus and below. 59%. That's literally a half. A half of the students. Sijui kama nyinyi mnaelewa half ni nini. So, a half of the students D plus and below. So, Kambogi, tuseme like, I don't know, how many start for the nini? Okay, thank you. Okay, we don't have all the statistics, but of course, a half of the students got D plus and below. And the question is, the government. And now I'm trying to understand now why CBC is being brought on board, because we are looking at D plus and below. A half, that's like a half of a generation. Remember, these are kids who want to be fathers. You understand? So a half of a generation, manze, tukiwa pale D plus and below. Wataenda wapi? So that's why tunangoja tuone gava venye itasota ama youth. There are so many. In fact, it is said that the university will only absorb around 115,000 students. So 115,000 ndio wanaabsorbiwa na uni. Au wengine watafute njia zao za kuhustle, wengine waende. So you see, there's a lot of confusion venye I think the government should come with a way ya kuhakikisha kwamba hiyo kutoka kwa wanafunzi, the way the schools, when you wanatoka high school, the transition, and that's why kuna vocational ama kuna technical colleges. I hope they will adopt to that, or they will anyway, guys, let us go to our next story. Now let's talk about Mpesa taxes. So last week, KRA, or rather, is it a petition or something? So there is somehow a bill or something. I don't have the exact story. Unajua mimi niko hapa kuwaletea story moto. But because I was on holiday, sijaupdateiwa vizuri. I was out of the country, by the way. So mambo ya outside the country. So I just jetted back like yesterday. So sijaelewa hii news vizuri. But allegedly, it is said that KRA, if that bill will be passed on Senate, KRA will have access to your Mpesa account. The transaction, how much you are spending, and how much you are paying. Alafu KRA ifanye ile maneno. For those people who don't know what is KRA, KRA is the Kenya Revenue Authority. This is the institution that is mandated to collect taxes in Kenya. Sawa? So that is what they are going. So watu wameanza kuteta wakasema, hey, wewe, Mpesa yangu na msiguze. Na venye siku hizo watu wamezoea ati tuma na kutoa. So watu watuma na kutoa kumekujwa. So Senate ikipitisha hiyo story, KRA watakuwa napata your personal data, personal information about your Mpesa transactions, na watakuwa wanafanya kile kitu inaitwa, they look at the way una transact pesa, alafu wanatoa hapo tax. So wewe kama ni mtu unatumia pesa mingi kwa mwezi, unatumia watu ama so somehow to tax, KRA will come up with something, with a way of taxing you. So of course I don't have the exact information, so msiniekee lawama kama utaenda usome mahali useme hey na ule alituenjoy. So I'm not sure about it because I was outside the country. Nimerudia hiyo sana. Yeah, I was outside the country. I was outside the country. Okay, so anyway guys, let us wait and see when your story tells. Remember, keep it locked here. Tutakuwa na update about that. And guys, let us now get onto our last story kama kawaida. Yeah. And guys, onto our last story. Let's talk about CBC. What next with junior secondary? So of course, mimi kama kawaida mimi sielewangi story ya CBC. I don't know what is happening. Sijui mtu akitoka wapi anaenda wapi. So but the small information zenye hawa watu kuna, you know, the guys, I have a big team behind there, a big team. And the live audience, mko wapi? So people should we have a big team that creates and comes up with this. So msichukulie rahisi. So the people, the editors and the producers who makes this show, I'm talking about CBC. Me mwenyewe sielewi what is CBC, but people are really confused, especially parents. They are like, so mtoto akishamaliza class 6 ama grade 6 anaenda wapi? They are supposed to go to junior secondary, so they are confused. Kuna shule zingine hazina hiyo junior secondary, so mnashindwa sasa tunafanya nini? But the government has said inakuaje, wewe penye alikuwa anasomea aendelee tu na hapo, change uniform tu. So the government is even tired, is like, wewe endelea tu na hapo, like what the fuck, Abraham, acha watu waendelee hapo, like I'm tired. So I don't know whether the government ilikuwa imejipanga for CBC transformation. I think hata wamechoka, Kenya yote yuko imechoka, so but of course we hope that the government itasaidia watu manze to hiyo transition from grade 6 to junior secondary and whatever. Anyway guys, thank you so much. And of course that brings us to the end of today's show. Remember, this is the Ratchet Show episode 10, and of course our first episode kama kawaida in the year 2023. And we thank you so much guys for always supporting us, and also, subscribing, commenting, what you wanna like. Everybody, this is a free spirit, and I love the way I'm so happy because guys, vacation, after the vacation lazima uchangamke. So guys, see you next time guys. Kama kawaida, my name is David Ratchet. This is the Ratchet Show. This is what we bring to you. This is what we magic, comedy and politics kama kawaida. Remember, subscribe. That is Funny Ratchet King on YouTube, and of course Funny Ratchet King on Facebook. See you.